1981, the Mercury Marine Plant, which created boats, had to close due to PCBs, or polychlorinated biphenyls, were leaking from drainage pipes and emptying out into Cedar Creek. They had major effects on fish and wildlife here. They could cause cancer in animals and humans. And also, they recommend that you can only have one fish per week because the PCBs accumulate in the fat of the fish. The Mercury Marine Boat Factory is a super fun site, so they spent millions and even billions of dollars trying to clean up this nasty pollutant. I'd recommend not even fishing here or eating any fish at all. This is Tim Gomez signing off.
This is Jacob Wold. Coming to you from Miller Park. We are on the footbridge off of Canal Street, where we are looking over onto the Menominee River. Pollutants off of the parking lots at Miller Park are running off, carrying oils, fertilizers, and rain salt and snow salts into the river, and thus polluting it, making it a sort of browner color. Some ways we can prevent this is by creating buffer zones or making parking garages over at Miller Park. The parking lots at Miller Park are leading to high fecal coliform levels and high dissolved oxygen levels in the Menominee River.
Gomez reporting in from MMSD. MMSD cleans all the water for the Milwaukee metropolitan area. They do it by removing nitrogen, phosphorus, sediment, fecal coliform, and microbial pathogens. And after they clean that water, they put it back into Lake Michigan. By removing nitrogen and phosphorus, they decrease eutrophication in the lake, thus making the biological oxygen demand lower. And also by removing fecal coliform and microbial pathogens, they decrease the amount of waterborne diseases in the lake. Some solutions to cut down on pollutants running off into lakes and rivers is by creating rain barrels to have less water run into MMSD and lakes. Also, farmers can build buffer zones in between their farm fields and the lakes so the nitrogen and phosphorus is soaked up by all that vegetation and plants. And the last thing is that we can cut down on impermeable surfaces so that less water is running off into sewers or the lake. This is Timmy Gomez signing off.
Go. Hi, I'm Jonathan Walsh with UI at Ottawa Legal Casino's parking construction. Parking construction side roads typically flood 2 to 5 times per year. This year, 2015, it was only flooded 2 times so far. Last year, in 2014, it flooded 4 times. The reason why this floods is because the canal over there overflows and then seeps right into the sewer because the sewer pipes go into the canal. Well, since there's so much water, it goes right back into the sewer. And since the sewer has limited space, the water rises and the manholes pop up. Well, the water goes then all over the road and can possibly seep into Potawatomi's lobbies. The solution to this is putting shields up around all Potawatomi's doors in order to prevent all water from seeping into Potawatomi. Luckily, Potawatomi has already succeeded at doing this solution, but this is just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on a little wound. It's not preventing it. The real way to prevent it is to add a specific type of concrete that absorbs all the water and puts it back into the groundwater.
The church created a retention pond in order to help the church to stop the church from flooding, also from the neighborhood, in order to stop their basements from flooding, and also to catch all the runoff from the parking lot, the baseball field, and anywhere near it. The other reason mitigation ponds are good are because they filter out the pollutions like phosphorus and nitrogen, and they also collect water so they don't enter the stream too quickly. The stream that the water would be running into would be Popular Creek, and other mitigation techniques are rain barrels, marshes, and retention ponds. But the retention ponds are like marshes, but marshes are naturally formed.
conclude this video, we would talk about the main points that we discussed in our stories. The first one is Miller Park. Why is Miller Park a non-point source? Miller Park has a lot of runoff that runs into the Menominee River, causing the Menominee River to get polluted with fertilizers and oils. Ways we can fix this: we should try and make a water capturing facility that releases the rainwater back into the groundwater system. I talked about how Cedar Creek was polluted with PCBs from the Mercury Marine plant when the PCBs leaked into drainage pipes into Cedar Creek, and I also talked about how MMSD reduced and prevented pollution from getting into Lake Michigan by taking out fecal coliform, phosphorus, sediment, and bacteria.
So the following topics that we talked about earlier were flooding and flooding mitigation. So why Potawatomi is a flooding area is because the canal floods right into Potawatomi. It goes through the sewer and then up through the manholes and goes all over the place. The water has no area, no space to go, so it just sits in the road and possibly can leak into Potawatomi Bingo Casino. That's why it's a flood source. Some flood mitigation areas that we talked about were retention ponds, some marshes, and even the specific type of concrete that I was talking about earlier in the Potawatomi video about how the concrete absorbs it and sucks it right into the groundwater. That's a perfect solution for flood mitigation and to stop flooding around the Potawatomi area. The flood mitigation site that we talked about earlier was at a church. They have a retention pond for that reason, so their church doesn't flood, or the houses near it do not flood in general.